Hey guys, Thunder E here and welcome to Gaming on the Pixel 5, Google's latest, of course, flagship smartphone. And I've got to say, I am excited to see what it actually brings to the table. As you know, in our gaming video, we will be covering, of course, gaming performance, speaker tests, temperatures, and we'll show you some of that gameplay. But before we do that, let's start off looking at the device, the Pixel 5. Now the Pixel 5 comes in at 6 inches, feels rather small though. Compared to the Pixel 4a 5G, it is much smaller in dimensions and it fits quite firmly into my palm. Now that being said though, you do have an OLED display on this device. It's a 90Hz display, it looks really nice, 1080p of course resolution. You've got a dual camera setup at the back, ultra wides and of course our main camera. And you've got a front facing camera as well. But we care about gaming performance. So under the hood, we've got the Snapdragon 765 5G, giving a 5G performance and also some good performance for gaming, as well as also 8GB of RAM. So you're thinking, this is going to be similar to the Pixel 4a 5G? Well, we'll have to see to find out. Except the difference is that the Pixel 4a 5G has 6GB of RAM, this has 8GB of RAM. Still uses UFS 2.1 for storage, as you of course no doubt would expect. And we have a 4000 milliamp battery with 18-watt fast charging. Now, in terms of speakers, we've got stereo speakers. Now, before we get into some gaming, just know that we're going to be taking a look at, of course, 3 games: COD, PuBG, and of course, Vainglory to check out the higher frame rates. And we'll be using Game Bench to do our Game Bench test mark. So, without wasting more time, let's take a look at some of the gameplay from, just 3 games.
Marked a location. Enemy down! Allied hero killed. Hero killed.
Alright, so when it comes to gaming performance and looking at some of the benchmarks here, start off with the easy one. Call of Duty Mobile, everything can run that pretty well in general, and this ran that well, 60 frames per second, you can see, as well as also the frame stability at about 99%, so that's actually pretty solid. Vainglory also showed up pretty well, 100% frame rate stability at 90 frames per second, which is good. So it matches what we can do with the refresh rate on the display, so that is a big plus. Then when it came to PuBG Mobile, which is one of the most intensive tasking games out there, it could only do smooth HD. It couldn't do the highest settings, so we don't have Ultra HD, again, which is similar to the Pixel 4a 5G. And in terms of performance, we're able to get 40 frames per second. So none of the higher game settings for this, as you guys can see. Now, when it comes to temperatures, it ran rather warm at around 103 degrees for the device. So If you're gaming for a while, the temperatures are going to creep up. I would say it took about an hour to get 103. In about 30 minutes, it's about 98 or so degrees. So just giving you those stats there. Now, when it comes to the speakers, it's got stereo speakers. But before I say anything, you know what? Just take a quick listen to the speakers and then we can go from there. So the speakers do sound okay. They're not as loud as I would like. It seems like the top speaker in the earpiece is not really loud, especially if you block up the bottom. You get a really low faint. In terms of audio volume, it's not loud. In terms of separations, the highs and low, it's also quite close together. So take it as you will with that. I think overall, if you're looking at the Pixel 5 for a gaming device, expect something very similar to the Pixel 4a 5G, which we have a video on here so you guys can check out. If you're looking to compare that to say the OnePlus 8T or the Galaxy S20 FE, we've got a video on, of course, our main channel, Boored, which you guys can go check out. We'll leave a link for you to see that here. But I think overall, the Pixel 5 is not fully geared for gaming. It will do really well, of course, depending on the settings you set your game at, but is mainly focused with the camera and camera functionality. So if you have any questions or any comments, let me know. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and always enjoy your entertainment.